Okay, I'm still in the project environment, and what I want to do is add some walls. So I can go back up to the Home tab, Walls, pick the Wall command, and if you look in the Properties palette, you'll see that there's actually a whole bunch of different walls or wall styles that are in your project. What I want you to do, just to show the power of this, is I picked the generic wall 12-inch, because I don't want to give the impression that you only use this for design documentation. You can actually use it and design using generic components, and then later on convert them to finished materials. So what I'm doing is just drawing around through here to create the closed shape of my building. Now you notice that when I was drawing that, right, so if I go create similar, that the center line was on, the chain was on, that's why I was able to go all the way around this. And I can also tell it up here like which level I'm placing it on. So I could go in and say what how high the wall is. So I had it set to go up to the mezzanine level. So what I should see now is if I pick this wall, I'm actually seeing its properties in the palette. However, that wall was created in a way that is not aligned to the excuse me, Control Z. If I pick the grid line and move it, you see that the wall is not connected. So Control Z or undo to get back. So another way of making the model more intelligent would be to actually tell it as you draft that they connect some way to this wall. So what I'm going to do is back to my wall command. I've got the same option. I'm still saying chain. I'm going to say that the height goes to the mezzanine level. I'm going to come up here, and I can use any of the options in here as I draft for my shape. So I don't have to draw in individual lines. I could actually come up here and say draw me a rectangle, and what I'm doing is placing it at the beginning of the grid there and at the end of the grid here. Now when you see the padlock symbol, that means that you can actually choose to lock it to the lines that it's on. So by doing that, what I'm actually doing is making a parametric relationship between the grid and the wall itself, which means that now if I move the grid line, the wall will move with it. So I can start very generic, and I just want to show you how easy it is to go from thinking generically to a more finished product. If I hover my mouse over the wall and I hit the tab key, it selects all the other walls that are connected, and then I click. Up here it shows me what I've got in terms of my selection, 4 walls, basic, generic, but I can come down and I can say I want those to be exterior brick on concrete masonry unit. So I can change them just as easily as that. I can also, if you look here where it says base constraint is ground, right, I could go in and say I want the base constraint to be the footing. I'm going to keep that at maybe 6 feet below footing level because it's actually a little lower in the terrain. And then where do I want it to go? I can edit any of these. I'm just going to leave it as mezzanine level. Edit any of these to change the parameters of the wall object. This is a hugely powerful thing, especially since you know, I can do this editing multiple walls at the same time. So I just moved from generic to final very, very quickly.